The Psychotic Time Wasters present Whose League Is It Anyways? This season starring The Bones Are His Money, and so are the Worms. It's PTW Wiz. He's reaching over your wall, snatching your people up, trying to eat them, so you better hide your kids, hide your wife. It's PTW Vo. Look at her stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think her collection's complete? It's Staphyos. Freezinating the countryside, freezinating the peasants. It's PTW King. One little prick is all it takes to realize you've made a grave mistake. It's PTW G-Man. He wanted me to ask you to check out his seppuku vids on his OnlyFans. It's PTW King. He's actually 7 dudes in a trench coat. It's Aestus Attorney. What's up, everyone, and welcome back into Whose League Is It Anyways? Season 6, Match 1, and tonight, kicking it off is PTW Wizards Lizards, PTW Vo, PTW King, and Miss Daphios. How are we doing?
Doing well.
Doing great.
It's been 1,000 years.
I know, right?
And by 1,000 years, we mean more than a month this time.
Oh my god. The humanity.
Well, if you're new around here, Whose Leagues It Anyways is the best Commander League game show on the internet where everything is made up and the points are the only thing that matters. We build Commander decks every season to a new list of restrictions. We've been theming them as of lately. It's been pretty great. This time, Dominaria United is the set, and we have gone with some old commanders. Is it all the old commanders that got reworked with new abilities? All those?
Oh yeah, these are some legends retold, baby.
So we figured we'd do some telling. Everybody's got new commanders this season. We'll go ahead and get into some introductions. Wizard, what are you running in Season 6?
This season, I am running mono green, like my classic play style. Everyone in our pod knows I play green, but I don't think any of the viewers know. I'm a green boy. So, the plan is simple. We got Baru Wormspeaker. He is one of the Fists of Krosa. He uses druids and shamans to rebuild Krosa in order to invite the worms. The worms show up. It's basically like if you build it, they will come type situation. So there's also no elves in Krosa. Fun fact. There's a couple, but the lore says very, very few. So you will not see any elf mana dorks in this deck. So yeah, plan is simple. Get forests onto the battlefield in order to turn them sideways to make worms. And then hit people with them. That is my story I will be telling.
That does sound simple.
All right, I have a question.
Shoot.
Uh-huh.
Are the worms Baru's money?
Yes, and also bones.
Also the bones? Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. So as far as budget, that's something that we should also probably explain. Some cards have immunity to budget. We'll get into that, but we had a cap of 50 this season, so everybody should be under $50 except for the cards that are exempt.
Viewers at home will notice these are not $50 decks.
The theme this time is one of the main things about Season 6, so the theme is obviously Baru and the Worms.
I got worms.
Vo, what are you playing Season 6?
For Season 6, I'm playing Orca Siege Demon. She was a minion that served Ramses Overdark. Her main feature was that she was unkillable in combat. If anything happened like being sliced in twain or decapitated, she would become dark pools of tar and slink back to her cave and reform. Eventually in the lore, Ramses has a dark scheme where he sends Orca into battle under the banner of Tetsuo to try and convince everyone that Tetsuo's a bad guy, but it doesn't really work too good. Tetsuo follows Orca back to the cave after the battle and destroys the cave and destroys Orca. So the game plan of the deck is to cause some chaos, try to goad people into attacking the enemy of my enemy, and swing around my big immortal commander.
I want to see you go to Tetsuo this season.
Be sick.
Daphios, you are the current reigning Whose League is in any ways champion. The only one who was able to usurp Vomega, the King of Games. What are you playing in Season 6?
I am playing the Peregrine Dynamo. And not gonna lie, I am looking up lore right now.
He looks like one of them gear people from Yu-Gi-Oh!
What I've taken to understand from the card is Joyra is involved with the Dynamo, found them, and they're not just a good source of parts, they're an ally. And so I ran with it, and it's Karn and his Karnstructs with the theme of like Urza and Karn.
Our first colorless deck.
I'm going
in
to give
League.
you a C on the assignment.
Read the cliff notes.
What's
Joyra
the
finds the dynamo, and the dynamo's very cool. And that's what I read this summer.
I am playing Savitri, the Dragon Master. And basically what happens here with this lady is during the Dragon War, she was, her and her icy mind power brood of dragons went and like raised some farmlands, right? Burninating the countryside as one does.
Burninating the people.
As one does. And then she almost got defeated by this bog monster. I don't remember his name, to be honest, but he's a famous bog monster. He had a card in Dominaria United. Fuck, what was it? It was a mythic. It was 3-color.
Solkanar?
Maybe it was Sulkanar. It might have been Sulkanar. But yeah, Sulkanar almost defeated her, and she was like, "Ah, damn you, defending yourself. I'll go get stronger dragons and come back and kill you later." And she planeswalked away. So this is later. She's come back with stronger alternate dimension dragons. She's gonna burninate your countryside.
I guess first let's get into the very convoluted budget structure that we have here. Since we are playing with these Legends Retold, we wanted to do a few different things. We wanted to really highlight the plane of Dominaria and the history of Dominaria and the history of these characters in particular. So the deck building restriction was that everybody had to include one card from every block that was set on Dominaria, and it's about 14 cards. None of those count toward the budget, but we did have some discretion with the power level of the cards chosen. And additionally, any cards that directly represent the lore of your character do not count toward the budget. But again, some discretion about the power level, because really you're looking for cards that specifically deal with your character's backstory. And now outside of all that, we said $50. So probably a good 30 to 40 cards for everyone's deck is maybe expensive, but very flavorful and lower powered. And then $50 to build the deck more as you normally would outside of that. The point sheet has changed quite a lot. We're kind of doing one of those WoW expansion level squishes and trying to rein in the amount of points per game. So a lot of categories have been cut. You'll see it on the screen. But we've also added some new ways to get points, including seasonal point rules. And the seasonal point rules, first and foremost, is a category we're calling Magic 30 to celebrate 30 years of Magic in our own way. This category is earned by having exactly 30 mana value of permanence in play.
Oh, I thought we were celebrating by proxying our entire decks.
No,
Oops,
we're
missed the
celebrating by
memo.
selling this playmat here for $1,000.
Oh, $1,000, you say?
Yes.
Does it come with any fake Magic cards?
Do you see there's a Jaren, a Badoka Gardener, a Balefire
okay.
Liege, and over here You can't see
Very
it, but there's
cool.
Giada. Yeah, they're all fake.
Very cool. Exactly 30 mana value permanents, not more, not less. And a point category that's more for funny ha-has and will probably not come up, called Actually, where you can get 1 point by correcting another player who's explaining their lore. We've added a category called Fateful Hour. If you win the game with 5 or less life, you get some extra points. And this season, we're doing a lot more focus on the lore and theme of the decks. So the best theme in the voting is worth more points than usual. And the playing unknown cards has been replaced by playing cards related to the lore of your commander. And just a purely logistical change, the most valuable card is now called the Wanti Malison.
That's a Wanti Malison right there. Without further ado, I think we can get into it.
Proceed to draw. Oh, I'll play a forest. I'm going to turn that forest sideways for a turn 1 play.
Oh my god.
Veteran Explorer.
Oh
Let's
my
go!
god.
Hey, baby.
Best turn.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play a mountain and pass.
Play a Darksteel Citadel and pass.
Untap draw. We are going to play Swamp and pass.
This is purely because you won last season and I'm currently in first place this season. I'm going to hit Daphios. Play a forest and tap 2 for rampant growth and pass my turn.
Alright. I'm gonna draw. Play a Foreboding Ruins tap. I'll pass.
Play Crystal Vein, and I'll pay 2 for a Mech Titan Core, and I'll pass turn.
We will untap, draw. Gonna do Island and tap 2 for Elwar Stone. And pass.
Untap and drop. Play a forest. And I'll tap 4 for Baru Worm Speaker. And I'll hit Kink for 1.
Why you do this?
He's an animal. He's going nuts.
I'll pass my turn.
Untap draw. Play a mountain. And I'm gonna pay 3 to cast Lauren the Diversion. She's a 3/3 with first strike, and I can pay 2 and sacrifice an artifact or creature to go target creature. She also has partner with Camber the Plunderer, so I will go find Camber, put her in my hand, and I will pass the turn.
Play a Rogue's Passage. Pay 3 for a Foundry Inspector. Cast a Manifold Key, and then I'll pass turn.
We'll untap. And we will draw Island. Tap 4. Force of Vitri. +1, so until my next turn, creatures can't attack me or planeswalkers I control unless their controller pays 2 life for each of those creatures. And pass.
Untap and draw. I'll play a forest. And I'll swing at Vo for 1 with the Veteran Explorer.
What does everybody else think? Do they want to get these 2 lands now and give him the mana first?
What do you mean give him the mana first?
When his creature dies, everybody gets 2
I feel you.
untapped lands.
Nah, I don't need them.
Doing right.
The consensus is no. I'm gonna take 1.
I turn to the camera and say, if we let him get those lands, his deck's going to get really out of control.
I'll play Gaia's Touch. I may play 1 additional land each turn, as long as it is a basic forest. And I may also sacrifice Gaia's Touch to add 2 green to my mana pool at instant speed. Pass turn.
Untap draw. I'm gonna pay 3 for a Coalition Relic. Play a Rakdos Carnarium, returning a mountain. And I'm gonna tap the relic to put a charge counter on it. And I will pass the turn.
Play a Seagate Wreckage as land for turn. I'm going to do 3 for a Stone Speaker Crystal. I'm going to use it for 2 mana. Cast a Cloud Key, naming artifact. And then I'm going to use the Seagate Wreckage to activate the Manifold Key to untap Stone Speaker Crystal. And then I will tap it to cast Shambling Suit and Peregrine Dynamo for 1 mana each. I'm going to swing my Inspector at Savitri for 3.
You have to pay
Cost you
2 life.
You gotta
2
pay
life.
2 life, ma'am.
I will pay the 2. Passing turn.
Alright, we'll untap. And draw. Play swamp. Tap 4. Boneyard Scourge. 4/3 with flying, and whenever a dragon I control dies while Boneyard Scourge is in the graveyard, I can pay 2, a black and a colorless, and if I do, return Boneyard Scourge from the graveyard to the battlefield. We're going to +1 on Savitri, so again, attack me, cost you 2 life. And we will pass turn.
I will untap and draw. I'll play a forest, and that other forest I forgot to play last turn. But that's okay, because I can play 2. Tap 7 for this slag.
Not the slag.
Engulfing Slagworm. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature and gain life equal to that creature's toughness.
Damn big worm.
7/7, and Baru gives it +2/+2, putting it at a 9/9. And I will swing for 1 at Daphios. Would you like 2 lands, right?
I'm gonna add a black from the Coalition Relic. I'm gonna pay 4 to cast Canberra the Plunderer.
Good card.
3/4 with lifelink, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, I gain a life and make a blood token. I'm gonna play a mountain. Just pass the turn.
Untap. I'm going to tap Seagate Wreckage. Then I'll play a Guildless Commons, turning the Wreckage to my hand. I'll just cast Metalwork Colossus
Oh
for
my God.
negative mana. 3 to make Shambling Suit. Can't be blocked.
Oh my.
And I'll be swinging at Wizard for 9.
That seems a little unprovoked. Take that.
Well, someone's got to start it.
Commence
Someone's
the
gotta start
jiggling.
Pass turn.
Untap,
Free.
draw. Tap 4. And we're going to play Icy Manipulator. For 1 mana, I can type Icy Manipulator and tap target artifact, creature, or land.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, expect a conversation with me before you go to combat, as I +2 on Savitri to make it cost 2 life if you want to attack me. And I will pass turn.
Untap and draw. There's really only one thing to do, and that's swing a 1/1 at Daphios.
For the love of God, block it.
Oh, don't mess with my stuff on your turn and I'll block it.
All right. Well,
All right,
I'm
I'll
not
block
having
it
a
with
good
my
start.
demo.
I'm minding
This is
my
great.
business.
This is great. I'm the one who asked for it. I didn't even have to bargain anything.
I know.
We all go get 2 basic lands and put them into play
Yeah,
untap.
baby. Also, when the explorer
There's 2 out of
dies,
4. Well, no way.
You also get a blood.
I will gain life and make a blood.
I'm going to tap 8 for Sandworm Convergence.
Curses.
Creatures flying cannot attack me.
Ooh, I will give anything to anyone who wants to destroy that.
Well, I'm making a worm.
I just
at my
took out
end.
Universal.
In the end step, I'm going to pay 5 to cast a Stinging Study. Losing 7 life and drawing 7 cards. Untap, draw. Let's play a
Way better than
command
cut a deal.
tower. 4 to cast Mortivore. He is a star. His power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards, which is currently 1 big time value, and he has pay black and regenerate. I'm going to go through steps to the end step. We're going to get rid of a couple lands, a component pouch, a mountain, and I will pass the turn.
Untap and rearm. And draw. Alright, I'm going to play a Seagate Wreckage. I would like to go to combat, and I'm not going to be swinging at Kink.
I was going to ask that question, so I'm glad
Whoa,
you made
whoa,
that
whoa.
statement.
What are you thinking? You going to attack over here? Whoa.
Sure am.
Whoa.
Pay 3 mana. Manifold Key. Make Metalwork Colossus. unblockable.
Before you declare attack, I'm going to pay 2 and sack my blood to Loreen to goad the Colossus.
All right, fair enough. It's going at you with 10. I will pass turn.
Whoopie-doo. Gonna untap. Draw. +1 on Savitri. Think we're gonna do 6 for Dragonlord Silumgar. Flying in Death Touch 3/5, and when he enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls for as long as you control Slumgar.
Oh my.
I think I want the big worm you got over there. I'm gonna go to combat and swing that worm at you, wizards.
Sweet. I'll tap 1 and make a worm that I'll block it with, so you gain 6 life.
Whoop-a-doo! Pass turn.
Oh.
Everybody be sure to check in with the Icy Manipulator before you go to combat.
I'm gonna tap 5 for Traverse the Outlands. And
Hot
We'll get 7 mana.
dog.
I'll get a fuck ton of lands and I'll pass my turn and make a worm.
Very cool. And Steph, I'm going to put a counter on the relic. Untap, draw. We are going to add a red from the relic. I'm going to go to main 2. I lost this red mana. Buy red mana. Pay 7 to overload Spectacular Showdown.
Ooh.
It puts a double strike counter on each creature in play and goads all creatures that have a counter put on them this way.
Oh, okay. I have a response 5 to Mech Titan Core, and I'm gonna exile all my things with it and make a Mech Titan.
All my dudes get double strike. I'm gonna play a swamp for turn. Pass the turn.
Untap, draw 7. Cast all his dust.
Oh my god.
Everybody sacrificed all colored permanents. Oh wait, that includes my Mech Titan.
Yeah,
He
it's
is all
colors.
colors.
He's all colors, baby!
That's fine. He couldn't attack anyway.
Okay.
But all of your creatures are not goaded.
In
Sure.
response, pay 2. Cast Fake Your Own Death on Camber. So
Fuck,
when
that's
she dies,
good.
she'll come back to play tapped, and I'll get a treasure. I'll pay 1 to cast Undying Malice on
Oh my
Lauren.
god.
So when she dies, she'll come back and play with a +1 counter. And then I will sack the team.
Sacrifice my Crystal Vein for 2 mana to activate Stone Speaker Crystal to exile erase graveyards. Everybody but me. Get that Sandward Convergence and that guy's touch out of there.
Oh no, I'm happy about that. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll make 7 blood and gain 7 life.
I'll draw a card. I will pass turn.
I will untap. And draw. Tap 6 for Savitri. Plus Savitri. 2 life to attack me now. We will pass turn.
Tap and draw. Tap 3 for a Heartwood Storyteller. It's a good card.
Whoop-a-doo!
I'll tap 6 for
It's-
Maru. Pass my turn.
I will untap, draw. I'm going to pay 4 for Blood Boil Sorcerer. ETB, I'll take the Niche. I'll go get basic land. And I'll play that basic land. Swamp. He's a 3/3 with an activated ability of 1 in red, sack an artifact or creature to go target creature. Pass the turn.
Draw. I am going to pay 2 mana for Traxos. I guess he enters tapped. 1 mana for a Salvager of Ruin. I'll cast the Well of Knowledge
Oh, I'll draw to that.
for 1 mana.
I'll draw to that.
We'll also draw to
Gink.
that.
I'll pay 3 mana to Manifold Key to make Shambling Suit unblockable.
So where are you planning on attacking, Daft?
Well,
Before
I'm
you
gonna go to
declare
combat.
attacks.
For real, Kink, before she declares attacks, do you have any responses?
Yeah, actually, you're before me in responses.
Well, I'm wanting to ask F where she's gonna attack or where she's planning on attacking.
It's gonna be me, dickhead.
I'm having trouble getting through to Vo. I'm really trying there on the emotional level, but I would like to attack Vo, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm gonna pay 1 red and sack of blood and goad the shambling suit.
Kink, if you could tap that for me, I'll do you a big favor.
Like, what's that?
I don't know, dude. I just don't want to be at 10.
Oh, there was that one time you tried to make me never be able to attack you. I wasn't a fan of that, but that's gone now. So what's in it for me if I tap a thing?
Tap it. Just tap it.
I'm just curious.
Just tap.
I'll
Will
get
this
rid of
count as
stuff you
helping a
don't like.
player?
How about
I
that? I'll get rid
mean-
of stuff you don't like.
Stuff I don't
Hey.
like. What are we tapping?
I'll get rid of stuff you don't
The
like.
shambling suit, it's a 10-3. Unblockable.
I mean, she could just attack you with the metalwork colossus.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna goad that too. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, but I can block that.
Don't see any kind of benefit for me icy manipulating it if it's not attacking
Okay,
me.
he's passing priority. I will pay 2 and sack of blood and goad the metalwork colossus.
I'm gonna pay 2 life, and
I'll
the
be right
Colossus is coming in pink. And the suit is coming at Wiz.
Well of knowledge is that on your upkeep, you could pay 2 to draw an extra card. You can use it as many times as you want.
I'm gonna +1 on Savitri. 5, I reckon. For Juvenile Mist Dragon. The 10-3 can get bigger though, so we'll have that stay tapped. And it
Heard
won't
that.
untap in your next untap step. We'll do Boru
Okay.
and Orca. Yeah, we can just pass.
Tap and draw. 5. Play a Silverback Elder.
Oh my god.
Monkey. 5.
It's not a worm.
I'm going to cast Return to the Wild
That's
Speaker.
right, that's not a worm.
Y'all can draw to that.
I would like to draw.
I'll draw to that.
I'll draw onto that.
I'll tap 7. I'm going to play a Pan-Glacial Worm. On
You didn't do the
I'll
thing,
destroy
though.
the Metal Worker. I'll pass my turn.
On your end step, I'm gonna sacrifice Salvager of Ruin to put the Metalwork Colossus back in my hand.
I will put a charge counter on my relic. Come on, tap. Draw. I am gonna go to the second part of the Undercity, and I'm gonna go to the Lost Well. So I'm gonna scry 2.
Would you like to pay some extra?
I'm gonna draw Mountain. We'll make a black with the Coalition relic. 7. And cast Orca. I'll pass the turn.
I will untap, pay 2 to draw an additional card. We'll play a Metalwork Colossus. Go to combat.
Before attacks, I'll pay 2 and sack of blood to goad Trexos.
I wasn't even going to attack, but here
Well,
we
you're
are.
gonna attack.
Well, in response,
Yeah.
I'll icy manip it.
Tap,
Oh,
tap,
hold on.
taparoo.
We can talk about
Gonna
it.
manip that in the bud.
Thanks for that, Kink. You just saved my Traxos.
Boo.
For that, I'm going to allow you guys to draw a card. We'll cast an Anvil of Bogarden. It's
Oh,
just
hell
another
yeah.
Howling Million.
I'll draw to that.
Yeah, I'll draw to that too.
And I'll untap my Traxos. I'll pass turn.
Tap, draw, and discard. I'm gonna play Swamp. +1 on Savitri. Tap 6.
Tree's in board wipe mode.
For Slumguard, the Drifty D. Flying and hexproof, 3/7. When a dragon I control attacks creatures defending players control, get -1/-1 till the end of
Ooh,
turn.
that's good.
Pass turn.
Untap and draw. Then we'll loot. I'll discard Calming Verse. Doesn't seem that important right now.
Lots of good enchantments out there. Come on.
Yeah, right. I'll tap 2 and draw an additional card. Play a Castle Garenbrig. 11. For a World Spine Worm.
Holy schmoly.
And I'll destroy the Metalwork Colossus. Tap 5 for Animal Magnetism. I'll reveal the top 5 cards of the library, and an opponent chooses a creature from among them and puts it into play. Vo, you can pick. I've got a Penumbra Worm, a Greater Sandworm, and a Vigor Spore Worm.
No,
You can choose worm, or worm.
the greater sandworm.
Blammo. You can all draw off of that, because that was non
Oh,
A
yeah.
non-creature? Oh, draw to that, my guy. Say less.
Go to
You
combat.
going to
and
combat? Whoa! I'm
Go
gonna
to
sack of blood and goad that Panglacial worm.
Yeah, these are the creatures I can attack with this turn.
Yeah, I'm goading the worm. Everything else is whatever.
All right, cool. That's how I felt too. So 11 at Daphios.
I will block 5 of it. I'll take 6.
I'll pass.
The creature dies. Orca gets a +1 counter. In step, I'll tap the relic for a charge counter. I'll untap chapter 3 of the Undershitty. I can goad or I can make a treasure. Let's make a treasure. Draw, play a mountain.
Did you loot?
No. Let's go ahead and get another draw and discard this mirrored landscape. Gonna add a black from the relic 2 for a Genesis chamber.
Oh, I'll draw to that.
I will draw from that.
Yeah, y'all got it. Draw to that. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get a 1/1 murder. 5. And I will cast Massacre Girl.
Oh shit. Yep.
Oh, God.
And the Genesis chamber trigger will resolve before Massacre Girl to make me a 1/1 murder.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
In response, I'm going to sacrifice Foundry Inspector and Shambling Suit to the Metalwork Colossus to put it back in my hand.
In response to the Massacre Girl trigger, I will attempt to ram through the Orca
I
with my
will-
World Spine Worm.
That is a big worm.
You can also draw to that.
Oh, I'll draw to that, yeah.
I'll draw that. Kink, you drawing?
I'll draw to that.
I'm going to pay 2 to cast Abnormal Endurance on Orca.
I'll draw to that.
Yeah, you draw to that.
I'll
Get
draw to that.
some!
I'll draw to that.
Gives Orca +2/+0, and when she dies, she comes back play tapped. We gotta do some thinking here, because she's gonna die, come back, and I have 10 damage to throw. Orca can throw 10 damage, and I think I need to stack these damage in a way where everything's gonna die. So I got 1. So we need to get one of your creatures down to 2. So we'll do 1 to the Heartwood Storyteller. 3. We got Baru for 4. When Baru dies, the Panglacial Worm will die because it'll be a 5/5 instead of a 9/7.
That is
or be a
correct.
9/5. So then that's the 5. We ping the monkey for 1. I guess because that's the 6. Silumgar's the 7.
And you got Greater Sandworm
That's the 8. And so
and
to get the
Traxxas.
okay 9. So to get the spine worm, we got to do 6 to the spine worm.
Yep.
That'll put me down to 2 damage left to throw. Let's throw that 2 at Savitri. Take 7. The creatures all die. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Orca will see 11 creatures die. So every time Masker puts a -1, he gets a +1 counter. So he'll survive through the shit as a 5/5. I'm gonna pay 5 and cast Gratuitous Violence. My creatures deal double damage. And I will pass the turn.
Tap,
Oh,
draw, and then draw, then discard. Discard this Zelfpiran Void. I'll cast this Thran Turbine for free. I'll play a Buried Ruin as land for turn. 2 for a Worn Power Stone. I'll play my Metalwork Colossus for free. I'm gonna pay 1. Use the Manifold Key to untap the Power Stone. Netting me 1 mana. Oh my god. 4 for Karn, the Great Creator.
also you got a 1/1 mirror. Congrats.
Will downtick Karn to put Mech Titan Core back in my hand from the exile. We'll pay 3 mana. We'll use 2 of it for Mighty Servant Luco, and then we'll use 1 for Mech Titan Core. Pass turn and await my end.
One tap. Are we still
Corn?
drawing
Oh,
and
yeah.
drawing and discarding?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna discard
I don't get one
Acid
for either.
Spear Dragon. I'm gonna play Swamp +1 Savitri. 6 Catacomb Dragon. A flying, and whenever Catacomb Dragon is blocked by a non-artifact, non-dragon creature, that creature's power is half, rounded up until the end of turn. Alright, we'll pass
Win
turn.
every untap. Draw for turn. Draw and discard a forest. Do I pay 2 to draw another card? Yeah, I guess so.
You can pay that as many times as you want, by the way.
Interesting.
Thought you should know, Captain Forrest.
I think I will.
Half-
Forrest Gump.
I'm gonna tap 2 because I've got all these forests. And I'm trying to grow some more. I need some compost. 5. Cast a little Mending of Dominaria. Gotta get this shit back together, everybody.
The
Top 2
mending.
cards, Druid of Purification and a Druid class. Look at that flavor. Return a creature card from among them to my hand. Interesting. I'll get Druid of Purification 4. And I'm gonna cast Druid of Purification. Let the Metalwork Colossus. That's the 3rd time I've destroyed it.
I would offer to pick nothing,
You don't have
but
to pay.
there's no way gratuitous violence lives through this, so we might as well be violent about it. Let's get rid of the manifold key.
You gonna pick more of my shit, Kink?
Yes.
Well, look, somebody's
gonna
picking
pick the
gratuitous
gratuitous
violence, right? I mean, come on, guys.
You're not
I
gonna pick the
forgot that was a
gratuitous violence?
thing. Well, that doesn't sound like the thing that's turning off my artifacts.
Like,
We
he can't kill
pick it.
Karn.
Oh, damn it.
Not like that, you can't.
Fine. Double whatever.
He's picking gratuitous violence.
Okay, well then I'm picking Genesis Chamber.
Oh, not the mirror chamber. Come on, dog.
I'll play a land for turn.
Orca got one more counter from the metalwork dying.
I'm gonna tap
Either-
3 for Avatar of Growth, and then I'm gonna tap 4 for Healing Technique, and I will have Kink demonstrate.
Get Drifty D.
Oh, right.
I think
Can
I'm gonna
you-
grab Silverback
6 life from the Drifty D.
and Kindred Summons. I'll gain 12, go to 23. Pass my
Alright.
Untap. I make a 4/1 skeleton with Manach from the Undercity. I'll pay 2 to draw with the well. Draw an additional card and then discard a card. That is great. That's what you want to see. We'll discard a temple. Move to combat.
In response, I'm going to tap 3. And Flashing Dragon Turtle. Then we're
Oh
tapping
my God,
your
that's
big
dragon.
ass commander.
Big ass commander. Tap, tap, taparoo. Well, it must be done then, I suppose. I don't even know where this goes, but we're gonna find out together. I'm gonna pay 4, and I'm gonna cast a Disciple of Bolus. Holding priority, I'm gonna pay 1 to Malachor Rebirth Orker. I will sack Orca.
I will draw from Compost.
Yep, draw another one from Malachor Rebirth in the graveyard. 2 triggers, Orca comes back tapped. And I have 18 damage to throw. So we'll do 1 to Death's Myrrh. We'll do 1 to Wizard's Myrrh. Let's kill all the big worms.
That's 15.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got 1 left. Let's ping Karn down to 2. Orca sees 5 creatures die. Boomsy. 5 counters. And then the Disciple Bolus resolves for...
I have a response to damages. I'm gonna sacrifice my mirror and Thran Turbine to put Metalwork Colossus back in my hand.
Okie dokie.
So Wizard can try to kill it again.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to gain 18, draw 18. We're going to pay 1 for a Dark Ritual. So we got 3 black, 5 for a Cauldron of Souls. Cap, give any number of creatures persist. I'll pay 2 for a Bloodseeker. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under opponent's control, they lose a life. Pass the turn.
Alright, well, untap. I'm gonna pay 2, so I'll draw 3, discard 1. Discard Hypocrisite. Metalwork Colossus for free.
How many times do we have to teach
I
you
will-
this lesson?
Lose 1 life. +1 Karn. Do the Well of Knowledge. 4 for another Karn. We're gonna -2. Make a little buddy. Pay 5 mana. To Mech Titan Core. What things? Yeah, you got 10 in the air.
You get the niche.
I get the niche and I gain 10. I will go get basic.
I think
don't
you
have
lose
any
1
more.
when the Mech Titan enters.
I do.
At
Pretty
the
productive.
end of turn, we are going to
Oh
tap
my
Swamp.
goodness.
and
Yeah,
play
swam.
Dark Ritual,
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
which will
buddy.
gain us 3 swamps. And we'll use those 3 swamps to play Foul Tongue Invocation. We're going to target Daff. And
What
we're
does
going
that
to
do?
reveal a dragon, revealing Slumgar the Drifty D. So, as an additional cost to cast Foul Tongue Invocation, I can reveal a dragon, and
Oh, come
target player
on.
sacrifices a creature.
Oh, come
And
on!
if I revealed a dragon, I gain 4 life.
Alright, whatever.
Is that a Wanty Malice?
Alright.
That's a wanted mouse, son. I'm gonna untap.
Well,
I'm gonna draw.
I've
I'm
got a
draw, I
credit
gotta
season, I gotta
discard
write it.
this island. +1 Savitri. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 4. Thran Dynamo. 6 for Slumgar the Drifty D. We go to combat. I'm gonna swing
oh, well, you can kill
Slumgar the
Karn.
Drifty D at that Karn that won't let me tap my artifacts. So I think you're gonna get Catacomb Dragon for 4. And everybody's creatures will get -2, -2.
I'll have 3 creatures die.
I'll pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Loot for turn. Discard a forest. Mending of Dominaria, mill 2. Kamal, Heart of Krosa, and a Bramble Worm. I'll put the Bramble Worm in my hand. Play a forest. 5. Play that monkey. He back. 4. And Castle Garenbrig plus another for 7. For that Bramble Worm. I'll gain 5 life from the Bramble Worm, and I'll gain 4 life from the Silverback, and gain 9 life. Then I'll tap 2 for a Whisperer of the Wilds, and gain another 4 from the monkey.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Tell him, get him, fuck him up.
We're tapping 7 for a Sifter Worm. I'll gain 4 off of the monkey. And then I'll scry 3. I'll reveal the top card of my library. It is Baru, Fist of Krosa. And I'll gain 5 life.
I don't like this game.
Tap 1 for Instill Energy on Whisper of the Wilds. It gives him haste and allows me to pay 0 to untap him once per turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
2 mana. Untap him and tap him for 2 mana. I'll use that 4 and 1 to cast Sight of the Scale Lords. At the beginning of combat on my turn, creatures I control with toughness 4 or greater get +2/+2 and vigilance until end of turn. We'll go to combat, and I will swing at Vo for 6 vigilance trample.
I'm gonna take 6.
I'll pass my turn.
Instep charge counter on the relic. We'll untap. Draw. Play Shizo Death's Storehouse. And for turn, a Coalition Relic will make a black. We'll use it to cast a Vorpal Sword. And I will pay black to equip the Vorpal Sword to Orca. +2/+0 Death Touch and an activated ability of 5 black. If this creature does combat damage to a player this turn, they lose the game. Go to combat. Say ye, Dragon Master.
I think I'm gonna need to, like, you know, icy
Do whatever you feel like you
manipulate
need to
something
do.
big. Like your commander. It's gotta go to Ice Town.
I'm gonna attack Daff with a 4/4 Manach. I'll take the Nish, which will finish the Undercity. So I'll reveal the top 10, get a creature, slap it into play. Fumiko the Lowblood. Creatures my opponents control attack each combat if able, and she has Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. I'm gonna pay 2 and cast Tribute to Harobi. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent gets a 1/1 black rat. Rats off to you. I'm gonna pay 6 and cast Infernal Genesis, which is an enchantment that says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, they mill a card,
Oh,
and
fuck
then they
yeah.
make X 1/1 black minions, where X is the mana value of the milled card.
Compost goes burr.
I am going to pass the turn.
Nautiloid ship 4. So I make
You get
4 dudes.
4 dudes.
For my draw, I'm going to pay 2 of my Power Stone and sacrifice Buried Ruin to put Nautiloid ship in my hand. Draw, and then loot. Discard Farsight Mask. I'll play Mikakoro, land for turn. 3 for a Nautiloid ship, and I'm going to exile Wiz's Graveyard and underneath the Nautiloid ship. 3 for a Prototype Portal. imprinting workshop assistant. Pay 3 to make a workshop assistant. I'm going to down tick a card. Use the metalwork colossus and this mirror to crew mighty servant of Luco. We'll swing a 6/6 with trample at you. And then I will draw two cards and gain the initiative back. I'm going to put 2 1/1 counters on my rats. Now we're going to scry 2. We're going to leave that on top and this on bottom. And then I will pass turn. Yeah.
We will untap. We will draw. Then we will draw. Then we're going to discard this island and play the swamp. Astral Dragon, 8. Jesus.
Ooh, you get 8/1/1. Congratulations.
Alright, so I got 8 minions. I think I'm on a -7 on Savitri. We're going to destroy all non-dragon creatures.
Use the cauldron. I'm gonna save
I
Orca,
wanna kill it all.
Fumiko, and the Avatar of Growth. Orca has 13. Avatar of Growth dies and comes back, so everybody can get 2 basically in. I have 13 damage for Orca, 8 to Kink, and 7 to Wizard.
I get back Stone Speaker Crystal to my hand. Workshop Assistant, when it dies, I can put a artifact from my graveyard to my hand.
When you target the Stone Speaker Crystal,
Okay.
I'm gonna exile your graveyard with Rakdos Charm.
Use Metalwork Colossus to sacrifice the Anvil. And Darksteel Citadel.
Tap 3. I want to freeze your commander solid, Bo.
Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Frozen solid. Enchanted creature doesn't untap. When damage is dealt to it, destroy it. 8. For Savitri. +1 on Savitri. 2 life to attack me again. 6. For Ruthless Deathfang. Flying, whenever I sacrifice a creature, target opponent sacrifices a creature.
Yikes.
Go to combat. Smack it whiz. 10.
It's gonna give my creatures -3.
Pass.
Mill 1. Evolving Wilds, nothing. Ending of Dominaria will be destroyed. Or be sacrificed, rather. Play a forest. I'm going to cast the World Spell of Dominaria. I'm going to skip to the last chapter so that it can put 2 non-saga permanents into play. I will pick Plated Slagworm and Witherscale Worm. Witherscale Worm is a 9/9, and whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gains Wither, and then whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, remove all -1 counters from it. 5. For a Bellowing Tangleworm.
Oh my. It's a worm.
7. It's Kindred Summons.
That is more worms.
I'm going to go get 3 worms from the top of my library. I'm going to get a Bookworm. I'm going to get a World Spine Worm. He was in there somewhere. And an Elder Scale Worm. 8. For Baru. Pass turn.
Those are some fat worms. In step, we're going to make a charge. Put a charge counter on the Coalition. And we're going to cash in these blood tokens. So we're going to discard, draw, discard, and draw.
Hey, we're in those black
Discard,
cards.
draw. I'm going to untap. I'm going to mill a card. I'm going to get 2 minions. Each opponent makes a black rat. 1/1 black rat. Play a Dragon Skull Summit. I'm going to pay 4 to cast a Disrupt Decorum.
That'll do.
Goad all creatures I don't control.
Okay.
We'll try that one on for size. I'll pay 2 to give Orca the Vorpal Blade. I'm going to move to combat.
Where's that Vorpal Blade gonna swing?
That looks pretty good.
You know, it was kind of in my plan to always tap that Orca because I did play Frozen Solid on it. So, yeah, we got to do it in good faith.
3 for a Crypt Rat. Good old
Right.
1/1. I can pay X black to do X damage to each creature and player. I'm going to pass the turn. And I have to discard. These cards, there's no black cards. 4, 6, 8, 9. Goblin Spy Master and Lure of the Unknown, I guess. Yep, that's fine. Now pass turn.
Pay 4 to draw an extra 2.
Also, you got the niche.
Go with the World Spine Worm.
Perfect.
Double goaded. You got it.
3 for a Treasure Keeper. Guy Reach Sand Term.
You get no
Not a
minions.
black card.
No.
Oh, Allure of the Unknown.
Oh yeah, go and get you one.
Not a
Now,
card
if
I
my
want.
math checks out, with Maze Mind Tome, I now have 30 mana value on the nose.
You gotta say the magic phrase. It's
Or-
magic 30. Whoopie doo!
And then I'm going to increase it to 41 with Metalwork Colossus for free. We're going to plus Karn. Kink. Do I get Karn Silver Golem or Deserted Temple?
You can have temple.
I'm going to pay 3 to activate the Prototype Portal, to get another Workshop Assistant. And I'm going to tap my Treasure Keeper to crew the Nautiloid ship. Wizard, you got 5 in the air coming at you. I'll take the Sandworm. That's turn.
For the longest
Untap.
league. Don't forget to mill a card and make some dudes.
Noxious Dragon, so 6 dudes. Raw. We're gonna go Swamp. +1 on Savitri. 2. Tap for a blue. And Thran Dynamo. 2 floating colorless. Go ahead and Sandaugery on the Young Blue Dragon to scry 1 and draw. I'll draw that. I'm gonna tap 5. Using the 2 floating, 2 blue, and a swamp for Icefall Regent, and we're going to target the World Spine Worm, so that won't untap for as long as Icefall Regent's here. Spells your opponent's control that target Icefall Regent cast 2 more to cast. It has ward. 6. Mind Scour Dragon. Whenever that one deals combat damage to opponent, target player puts top 4 of their library into the graveyard.
Oh.
We'll use 5. Cast the Young Blue Dragon back from its adventure. Go to combat. 8 at Wiz and Slumgar at Daff. Dragon Turtle. The rat. Attack Daphios. 4.
2 creatures die.
How big is the turtle?
Dragon Turtle's 3/5.
I'll block with my 7/7.
Pass in turn.
I got 4 minions.
Whoopee!
I
I'm
draw,
gonna bottom that.
and I'll tap 2 to draw twice. 5. Cast Defiler of Vigor. It allows me to pay 1 Phyrexian for green spells, for green permanents, and whenever I cast a green permanent, put a 1/1 counter on each creature I control. I'm gonna tap Castle Garenbrig with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, producing 7 mana, and 1 more for Symbiotic Worm. Gonna put a 1/1 counter on all the creatures in this row. 5. For a Predatory Rampage, give creatures I control +3/+3 until end of turn, and each creature your opponents control blocks this turn if able. Then I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For Overwhelming Encounter, I'm gonna roll a d20. I got a 20. That says put 4 counters
Wow.
on each creature you control. They all get Vigilance and Trample until end of turn, and they're all getting another +3. Go to combat.
Manip the biggest.
It's gonna be this one, the Wither Scale Worm. I'm gonna swing these 2 at Daff, and this one and Baru at Kink. And Kink, you can't block because you don't have any green or artifact creatures. Elder Scale Worm, I will swing with that at Kink as well.
Well, I need you to lose 2 life per creature.
It's gonna be 6.
How much damage?
Okay. Well, that's a complicated question.
Okay.
Daphios, do you have blockers?
I'll just block both with 10 and 7.
18 damage goes over. Kink, let's go to your damage. 38
38.
for murder.
Murder
Badoo.
a cheat.
Wizard Zeus does not keep printing.
Turn.
Tap.
You're probably
Yeah.
right.
Bad.
Make 5 more bobs. Draw. Tribute flips. Whoopsie doo. I'm gonna cast Harvester of Souls whenever a non-token creature dies. I'm gonna draw a card. Go to combat. I'm gonna swing Orca at Wizard. 11-9 Death Touch.
I'll block it with 4 minions and my symbiotic worm.
You just have to invest 9 mana and then game over. Alright.
I am going to
So that
do
will
the
block.
thing Daft is talking about. But it's a lose
No,
the game
but the-
trigger.
Oh, so I need to block with more creatures as well.
Yes,
You
that's
have to
what
be
I've
able to
been
block
saying.
with 11 creatures to not die.
1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna declare 11 blockers, Bo.
We're going to fling a bob at
Oh my god.
wizards.
That's gonna hit me for 1.
1 damage. I'm going to
I'm
pay
scared
8
the
to
whole
activate
game.
the Vorpal Sword.
Yep.
1 is going to trample over, and wizard is going to lose the game.
And then I will take 8.
Orca
Or whatever.
dies, and when Orca dies, I have 30 mana of permanence in play.
Oh my god. You crafty bastard.
And I'll throw 11 damage at death, or 12 damage at death.
That
how many
is
points is that worth?
GG, ladies and gentlemen, for
Yes, sir,
match
yes,
1
sir.
of season 6.
Woof.
Whose league is it anyways?
It's a slugfest out here.
Good lord.
On to the voting. Wizards for the best theme.
I'm gonna give 3 points to Daphios for certainly doing the Karnstructs with Karns. You did that.
Hey.
You spat out a lot of Cheerios really, really quick, and then got a lot of value out of them because they say artifact on them. And I'm gonna give 2 to Kink because you played a lot of Demir Dragons. It was very, very fun. I like that deck.
Yeah, it's pretty
When you were
hot.
swinging with that Silmgar, I was like, oh, this card slaps in this deck. That's sweet.
I am gonna give 3 points to the Dragon Master. Definitely the icy magic. Really
Yeah.
strong theme. And we're gonna give 2 to the worms. I feel like you definitely had a good go of
Did you see how many
restoring
worms I
Crow's,
played?
I saw how many friggin' forests you restored. But also, yes, lots of worms.
I'm going to
Over to
say 3 as well to King, because that was a lot of frosting it up. A lot of don't untap, and 2 to Wiz. For sure.
I'm gonna have to give it to the worms. There was just so many damn worms, and that guy, he spoke to him.
He sure did.
Really gave him trample.
Yep. And I guess we'll give the other one to Daphios, because yeah, the Karns were there. There was all the artifact constructs walking around. It was bad.
A bad time. Over to the splashiest play. Wizard.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to do the little battle over the graveyard disruption between Vo and Daff. So I'm gonna give the points to Vo for winning that battle, and Daphios, I'm gonna give you the pity point for really putting in a lot of work on graveyard disruption.
I was trying.
Instant speed and stuff. It was yucky.
I am gonna give I know I want to give the 1 to Wiz for rolling the D20 effect.
Hell yeah.
I had
That
that
felt
card
good.
all last season. Could not use it at all. And I think we're gonna give the 2. He's gotta go to Daft's early game.
All is
Russian
dust,
out.
baby.
Not even that. Is rushing
Oh, not
out
even
the shambling suit and the metalwork colossus, and then
Yeah.
it's like the first 6 or 7 turns of the game is just like me goading an unblockable 10.
2 to Vo for the massacre turn. That was pretty good. And then 1 to
One.
Wiz.
Splashy play. Yeah, Massacre Girl. The first one. The Kindred Summons play.
That was gross.
Always a splashy.
Yeah, it was
splashy
gross.
boy. That'll send it back to Wiz for the one team Malisan.
Ooh, I gotta put some respect on that Mech Titan core. You assembled it not once but twice. It was it was very, very fun to watch because I love that card. It's super dumb, but it's really fun. Lorraine. You had that early Lorraine.
Yeah, Lauren's pretty okay, but she tutors Camber, and that's the good part. I am going to give 2 to the Icy Manip. I think that definitely impacted the game a lot. I think the run-up points between Manifold Key and Compost. I'm going to give it to the Compost. I love it. I love it.
Very thematic with worms, too.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna give it to Icy Manip and Heartwood Storyteller.
Ooh, Heartwood Storyteller, always a classic.
Makes for a good game.
I think it's got to be Heartwood Storyteller, and then we're going to have to give runner up to Karn, the no artifact user.
Yeah, I'll draw to that.
In 4th place for match 1 with 26 points, we've got Dathios. In 3rd place with 28 points, we've got Kink. And in 1st place with 29 points is Wiz and Vo, both with 29
very
points.
close.
The spread is 3 points.
Like this video and subscribe to the PTW YouTube channel to see more content and find out when our new videos release.
Follow the PTW Twitch channel and subscribe for ad-free viewing.
Don't forget to follow that Facebook and that Twitter to keep up with all the good news.
Thank you all for watching.
It's so delicious.